Hey guys, Tony here, and I will be sharing today with you all my Missouri GameCon experience from 2017. And I will also share my game pickups. See what I get from the Missouri GameCon! Hey guys, Tony here, and today I'll be talking about my experience at the Missouri GameCon 2. It was awesome. It was phenomenal. I got to go to Missouri GameCon 1 last year. That was great. It had its own special little charm being smaller and being the first one. It was awesome. I'm glad I got to go to that one. But this year, that con just blew it out of the water. Okay, the venue was awesome. The Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. It had plenty of room, not feeling claustrophobic. Great place, a lot of vendors. It was awesome. I'll get into that in a second, but I just want to give a huge shout out to Game Trader 2. You guys did a phenomenal job. Charlie and Chad and the others. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you for hosting this. Thank you for putting this together. It was great. You guys did a great job, pulling in different aspects of gaming, YouTubers, the arcade scene, you name it. You guys did a great job for, developers. It was awesome. So thank you guys so much for doing that. You guys did an awesome job. Thumbs up. So, just a few other things about the con that I just absolutely loved. The panels were excellent. I got to sit in on Radical Reggie, John Riggs, Kelsey Lewin, the Metal Jesus crew. They were all cool, down to earth. They answered my questions. And it was just a good time hanging out with them. Hearing their perspective, how it is working with Metal Jesus, that kind of thing. I also got to meet Al Lowe, the producer of Leisure Suit Larry. He was cool. And also the United States game team was there. Video game team. Tim McVeigh, Scott Patterson. It was awesome to meet them, hang out with them a little bit, talk to them. I actually got a pretty cool picture with Tim at a nibbler machine, which was awesome. So if you haven't seen Man vs. Snake, you need to go watch Man vs. Snake. It's on Netflix. It's a really good movie. It's up there as one of the best classic arcade movies up there. If you like King of Kong, that kind of thing, you need to watch Man vs. Snake. And the vendors. And I'll get into specific vendors here in a minute. But the vendors were awesome. All the vendors that I talked to and did some wheeling and dealing with and trading and just talking to them was amazing. It was awesome. They had tons of games, lots and lots of games, and I picked up, and I'll get into my pickups too, but I picked up some good stuff today. Well, yesterday I should say, for the GameCon. And I'll show you guys all of that. I'll do some shout outs too. But overall, it was amazing. One last thing, before I get into my pickups, they had there the original PlayStation. You guys will see a picture of it later, and it's PlayStation, 2 words, and it was when Nintendo and Sony were going to come together and make a system, and I got to play it. I got to hold it, touch it, and I'm going to tell you, that was probably my favorite part of the con. Also, they had like a little mini museum of like obscure and rare systems. You guys will see some of those pictures too. And just hanging out with my crew was awesome. Hanging out with Bubby, Stevie, and Lucas, and meeting up with other people that I know in the gaming community in Missouri. It was awesome. You know, there were several times people knew me by name. And like, hey Tony, what's up? I'm like, hey man. You know, that was cool. I never really experienced that outside of my hometown. And there were a few that knew us just from our channel. So thank you all. That was fun. That was a lot of fun being recognized. And I also met, and I'll do that in my shout out, some other YouTubers there too. And it was a lot of fun. It was awesome. MeGaMat 3. I just can't wait. I can't wait for it. It'll be great. I know it will be. Like I said again, you know, Game Trader 2. If you haven't been to their store, I'll leave a link in the description below. You guys need to go to their store, check them out. They have an awesome selection of games. They a little bit of everything, literally. They have imports, Super Famicom games. They have. You guys need to go. They're a great store. Check them out. So anyway, before I get into my pickups, just a few little shout outs here. So I'm actually gonna, I had some cards and stuff that I just dropped on the floor. But this was a little flyer. I'm actually gonna frame this. This is cool. So that's gonna go on my wall. Few vendors that were there that I'm excited to share about. I'm sorry if I don't hit every single one of you guys. I didn't get a card from everyone, but I tried my best to do that. There were also these little cards. I'm gonna put that in the frame as well. And I got another one. I'll also put my ticket in there as well. This is just a cool event. I'm gonna make it a yearly tradition to go. I'm gonna try to take Bubby, Stevie, and Lucas every single year. Now, just a few shout outs here before I show off some vendor cards. Steven Lucas was there, and this is actually, I got this from him last MeGaMat. He was cool to talk to again and see again. Really cool guy. Tim McVeigh, actually got this at Icon. I have a whole video about that. That was the very first episode of Retro and the Bubbies. I did not get his autograph again because I already have it. I don't need to get it again. But he is a really cool guy, down to earth, the nibbler. You know, first guy to get 1 billion points in a video game. Awesome guy. I also got to talk to this YouTuber, MeGaMat, and I'll leave a link in my description to his channel. I subscribe to him. He was a really cool guy. He had a lot of fancy equipment with him. He's a growing channel, so check him out. I actually got him. I got 2 stickers. He's up here on my sticker cabinet, if you will. Now the vendors. Now this guy is actually a YouTuber as well, but he had a vendor booth. Table, whatever. 8-Bit Brody. This guy has a YouTube channel. This guy is hilarious. This guy is funny. But here's his information. You can check him out on YouTube. I'll leave a link down below too. But he was selling some games. We actually bought a game from him. And thank you so much. Appreciate it. This guy was really cool, and he has a store in Bridgeton, Missouri. Prestige Electronics. Okay, and really cool. I actually ended up getting a few games for him too. So yeah, shout out to him. This guy was really cool too, and he has a podcast. Video Game Dads. Okay, so you can find him there, Facebook, as well, and they do a podcast. So check them out. They gave me some good deals, so thank you. These guys were great. These guys were great. Primary Colors Retro Relics. And they were really cool too. They cut us some deals too. They had a lot of good stuff. So there's their information. And Trading Games, they were there again. They were there last year. So it was cool to see Jason again, and there's the back of his card. They actually have a YouTube channel now too, and you guys can check them out. They're in Fenton, Missouri. Really good guys. Awesome guys. Again, guys, I'm sorry if I missed one of your booths. Next year, I'm going to try my hardest to bring a card with me from each vendor, I should say. And I'll do a shout out to you guys. Also, Cerulean Games was there too. I didn't snag a card from them. We got a few games from them too. Just off the top of my head, that's all I can really remember. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to try harder next year to do that. Okay, so let's get into my pickups. So, first of all, there was a vendor there, and he had some Blockbuster bags. Okay, so I'm putting that into my collection, and these are like brand new bags. I'm keeping them. They're mine. That's awesome. That was like a nice little bonus. Okay, so let's get into it in no particular order. Assault Rigs, Long Box, ATV Mania. I got it for like $1, so that's pretty cool. These are like in custom cases. I actually sold this recently, so I rebought it, and it's MeGaMat, Dr. Wily's Revenge, and MeGaMat 2 on the Game Boy, both on the Game Boy. I actually ended up getting this, and a buddy of mine brought it, so technically it's a pickup. Poker, GameCube, World Series. I actually ended up getting some cheap GameCube stuff because I'm trying to go for a complete set. Eventually, I got Bionicle, however you say it, Evo 2, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. That's a PS2 game. Road Trip Arcade Edition. These are, I didn't realize I bought the same game twice. Top Gun, Combat Zone, but they're variants. So here's the other copy. And one's a Titus, and one's a Mastiff. Yeah, weird. So I'm picking up Cube stuff on the cheap. PlayStation 2 Motor Mayhem. So it looks like kind of like a Twisted Metal clone. Kind of the same vein. Roadkill on the Xbox. That was $1. Mario Andretti Racing. Wow, I butchered that. That was $1. Rune. So it's an RPG. That's the reason I got it. Terminator 3 Redemption, PS2. Dakar 2, this is a Cube game, so I got another Cube game on the cheap. And that was nice. There were some vendors that cut some really good deals, on common stuff, which that's what I love to do, especially if Cube is going to eventually try to be completed. A lot of those Cube games I got for $1 or $2 a piece, or like $1.25 a piece, whatever. So that was really nice. Actually, this is my very first Famicom game, Dragon Ball 3, and I'm gonna try to play it tonight, so we'll see. I also got this for like $1.50, super off-road, so it's like an unlicensed game for the Sega Genesis. Actually, it is licensed. Okay. Sequest DSV. I got this for $1. Exertainment Mountain Bike Rally. Okay, so it's not the super rare expensive cart, but it's the cheap one. Okay, I got that for $1. I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up. Now, my goal was to pick up 64 stuff. Okay, before the con started, I was down to 9 titles left, and I'm down to the heavy 5. And I almost bought a Worms Armageddon, and the label was a little messed up. The guy actually was going to cut me a good deal of 130. This close to buying it, didn't get it, but I did end up picking up a couple titles that I needed. I got Chameleon Twist. I need Chameleon Twist 2. It's one of the 7 I need now, and I also got Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. So I'm down to 7 now. So we'll see. We'll see how long that takes me to get. Okay. I also picked up actually some NES stuff that I didn't have. I didn't have this already. Boulder Dash on the NES. Here's kind of an odd game, so we'll see. Master Chew and the Drunkard Hugh. So the only reason I got that is because of Angry Video Game Nerd. So, and I don't really see it very often, so you got to pick it up. So when I go to these cons, I always either look for stuff like 64 or GameCube, or weird and unusual stuff I don't normally see. So that's kind of why I got that stuff. Now this was cool. The Daedalus Encounter, however you say it. I don't know how to say that. Okay. I actually own this on PC. This has Tia Carrera on it, or in it. And I actually owned this back in the day on PC, so I saw this and I was like, yeah, I gotta get this. I gotta get this. So I'll play it. I'll end up playing it on my 3DO. Again, weird and unusual. These are like my top 3 pickups for the weekend. I got this all in trade. Okay, so I'm super stoked to have it because I needed it to complete my NES challenge set. It was the only missing piece, but it's the Mario 3 challenge set box. Okay, so super stoked to have that. And I already have Mario 3, but I'm just gonna keep Mario 3 in here. That's cool. I got that all for trade, and the trade was fair, so I'm happy to have that in my collection now. 2 more things. Okay, you guys are probably gonna laugh your heads off, but I think this is so cool. I don't ever see this kind of stuff in the wild, or even really in game stores too often. Resident Evil 2 on Gamecom. I'm pretty happy to have this. Resident Evil 2 is probably like my second favorite RE game. So yeah, super stoked to have that. And then lastly, last year I got Chrono Trigger, just the box. And again, I go into these conventions having goals. Like, I wanted to get 64 stuff. I wanted to get weird stuff. But I also, I wanted to get a Link to the Past box and manual. I need to get the map. But my goal this year was to get this. Now, it's a little beat up, but it's in good enough condition to keep in my collection. And if I ever need to get an upgrade, I will. But that's awesome to have in my collection finally. I need to get a couple more boxes for some Zelda games, and I will be happy. Okay, so now what you guys are going to see next is it's a short little like slideshow, if you will, of the Missouri Game Con and just the highlights from the Missouri Game Con. And you guys will actually get to see the full experience. We're going to do a retro and the Bubby episode, and that'll probably actually come out like months from now, which is fine because we have a back catalog of footage and stuff that we're trying to get through, and that'll probably actually be in 2018 when you guys see that, which is fine. But again, phenomenal con, great con. You guys need to go if you're in that area. Check it out. Check these photos out. And I will say that, you know, you'll see a lot of YouTubers in here. And I'm just going to let the photos speak for themselves. Guys, this was awesome. You know, great time. I'm going to make it a yearly tradition. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and say thanks for watching. Enjoy this little slideshow. And if you haven't subscribed to me, guys, please do so. I will do more coverage on Missouri Game Con 3 and give you guys the details. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you have not. Enjoy this slideshow.